I mean, if you're going based off the heel Rock that we just got, I mean, maybe he will give us a good bad guy. Personally, I don't want that at all, dude.
All I know is I was sold just because of that one tweet I sent you. He said, "Get up, Logan!
Yeah.
Get up, boy!"
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
Bro, have you looked at the SummerSlam 2024 ticket prices?
I could do like a small peek at them.
Yeah, I took a look at them yesterday just because I saw Santi posted that they're expensive. And they're kind of expensive. I don't know how to feel about it because I've never gone to like another like WWE event other than WrestleMania. But I feel like compared to our WrestleMania ticket prices, they're kind of expensive, yes. Because like, okay, I know people can't see the picture here, but like here's the ring, right? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So WrestleMania, I'd say we set like here, right? For SummerSlam, bro, $1,975.
Okay, see, when I looked, that did not look like that. That's probably a reseller
and that's
ticket.
section 132. Well, I'm on Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster is usually pretty good about like the reseller stuff because like I feel like SeatGeek is awful about reseller.
They are.
But Ticketmaster usually I feel like is decent. But bro, like, so here's this one right here, section 129, which is a few sections over, 400, and that's still like that's kind of where I would want to sit, right? Like if I went there, like I don't want to sit too far up, like I want to sit like over here somewhere. But they are expensive. The ones that Santi people were talking about that are in the 200s are in this little corner right here.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a stage here. There's something here that people can't sit, right? You see it?
Yeah.
So it is an obstructed view. So I just think, God, geez, dude, they are expensive.
That's weird. I mean, they must have started selling like crazy because when I first looked after I saw his tweet, around that same spot where you just clicked like 1,000, it was $200 and $300, and that's in my head.
Wow!
I thought to myself, that's not bad.
But see, so it's okay. So it's weird because
I never clicked the corner one because I'm thinking I want to be in the middle of a.
Hold on, let me.
ring.
It's saving what I'm clicking. So okay, so like here, I just clicked. Oh geez, I still have all these clicked. I hate how like it keeps the shit that you clicked.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I'm thinking the section's cheap, but it's actually not. It's okay. So section S, which I assume is ground, is $500 a piece, which is still kind of expensive. I mean, but it's not that much to be on the ground. I think these are ground level.
Yeah.
But then if you sit,
and then you get a chair. No,
and then if you sit like 120, which is straight ahead, it's like $450. Yeah, so it is kind of pricey for sure. So we'll see what Survivor Series.
In my head, I'm just thinking, God. Bro.
Well, okay, so would you settle for some cheaper tickets? Maybe not the best view, like for our WrestleMania view. If that meant we got to go at least like go to like another state and go to WWE and say at least like we went in the whole trip.
So you're saying sit kind of nosebleeds for some cheaper tickets?
Not necessarily nosebleeds, but yeah, like higher than we usually would sit. Like if an event came to Dallas, because like we usually are pretty well about like we're pretty mid-level.
Yeah.
When an event comes to Dallas, like let's say we set a little bit higher.
Because like for like American Airlines, we sit like the platinum.
Yeah, like when we had tickets for the Jake Paul, we were pretty good. Like
those are good seats.
We weren't even. Yeah. I wouldn't even say we were middle. I'd say we were lower.
Yeah.
We were lower section for sure.
It depends.
And WrestleMania, we were also. I wouldn't even say we were middle. I'd say we were lower.
No,
section.
WrestleMania, we got some good ones.
Yeah,
but also though, when the tickets first dropped, I paid a little more than whenever we paid for the second, or when we paid later because it was closer. So they were just trying to get rid of tickets. So those were also cheaper. I don't know. Maybe
would you be okay?
Maybe if we found out like the whole rumors and predictions we want saying of like Bloodline versus Bloodline at War Games, I'd pay it.
Oh, dude! If we wait for that to get announced, tickets will skyrocket. Like I think if they announce, "Hey, Survivor Series is going to be here," I think we'd have to. It'd be one of those situations where we'd just have to just gamble on it. Like pay the tickets, just hope the pay-per-view is going to be good. But so you would be okay sitting like mid-level top?
Yeah.
If that meant we got to go.
Yeah,
I agree. I do this. I feel this.
Then at the same time, it's the experience.
Yeah, that's the main part.
But then take that gamble, and then next thing you know, that shit was whack, bro. You just be.
Yeah, and I've sat at the nosebleeds for this. I don't know. I haven't seen wrestling that far up.
To be honest, neither have I.
Yeah,
neither have I. Ever since I got back into wrestling, and I I took Emily for her birthday for the first time. That was our first my first event. I'll say probably in 10 years. Yeah, 2019 was my first event in 10 years, and we sat the platinum levels. Why? Because I knew those were good seats.
Yeah,
and from there, bro,
it's only been like there or lower.
I've never gone any higher. I've gone higher for like other things like basketball or like comedy show or anything like that, but never lower.
What about the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Have you looked at those tickets?
I haven't looked at them. They have dropped this Thursday.
Oh, they do. I thought they already dropped. It's
so.
A pre-sale, I think.
It's pre-sale.
Did you see those $2 million?
Signed up.
Oh, you are? I'm not. Did you see those $2 million VIP access tickets?
Yeah, and they were supposed to I saw the link for it the link for it on Jake's story, and it was saying like what you get with it and all this stuff.
It is a lot, dude. But I mean, it is a lot of shit that you get. Like you get to go backstage before to each fighter before they fight. You get like front row seats for every single event. Now, I'm not saying I would pay it, but I'm just saying like I would say if someone had $2 million to just spend, I would say they get their money's worth in that sense.
You get your money's worth, but God.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if they're clearly marketing to like a certain audience. There's influencers like Aiden Ross or some type shit.
Yeah, bro, we'll see him stream and say that. Fuck it, do it.
Yeah, he'll call his manager. Hey, give me 3 of them.
Yeah,
So
we've seen him do that before.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I keep on watching more and more stuff about the Tyson and Jake stuff, and I'm just like, I kind of want to go just because it's
I'm
just
like
here.
torn about
just
it because
it's here, bro.
I'm torn about it because like I think to myself, it is here, right? But then I think, okay, it's Cowboy Stadium. Like that shit is going to be wild, and we were already few Jake fans like for Nate Diaz. So imagine when we go for Mike Tyson. Dude, we're going to be like there's only going to be like here and there scattered like people rooting for Jake. Second, I think tickets are going to be fucking expensive.
Because it's Cowboy Stadium.
And then I also think if I get to pick one event to go to this year, I would prefer honestly to go to a WWE event.
Yeah.
Maybe because we've already seen Jake, or maybe it's because I'm not really interested in this Jake versus Mike Tyson. Like, I don't know what it is. But I if I get to pick one, I would rather just I'd rather save the money and go to a WWE event. Because think about it, the tickets that you spend for Jake, those are tickets that you would already have for WWE, and then you just have to pay for your flight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So versus if you pay for both, I mean, I'm down to go to both. I'm just saying, like if I have to pick one, I'd rather pick WWE.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe tickets will be cheap. I could see them trying to just fill that bitch up, so they could be cheap.
Yeah, I mean, American Airlines was pretty
American
much
Airlines.
sold out.
I felt like it was sold out, and those tickets weren't bad at all.
With Jake versus Nate.
Yeah, I feel like those tickets weren't bad at all. I don't know, dude. We'll see.
Welcome to episode 29, guys.
Lame Guys Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
What do you want to start with, bro? I know we got some news here.
Yeah, we got a lot of news. Oh, well, one official news and some rumors.
Yeah.
You know, we love all that like we always do. A lot of Marvel stuff. DC just got one big thing for us, but some Marvel. So let's start off with this one. We have some rumors, more casting rumors for Doctor Doom. Take this with a grain of salt. Just saw some people running with it on Twitter. How true is this? We don't know. But I'm not going to lie. I like it. So we have the Doctor Doom casting rumors, and the top 3 choices being Mads Mikkelsen, Cillian Murphy, and one that I did not think about, Ben Affleck.
I didn't think about that either, but when I saw it, I thought, okay, bro, you want to talk about a brute, and he's already played a rich, like, it just kind of fits. Like, it does kind of fit.
So Mads Mikkelsen has always been the fan casting for years for Doctor Doom.
I'm going to look up who that is, because I honestly don't know who that
You'll
is.
recognize him.
Oh, okay, if I see him, I'm pretty sure.
And
what
then,
is it? Mads?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen. He was the villain on Doctor Strange, the first one.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
he's been fan cast for Doctor Doom for years. Then
they
got him for Doctor Strange, and everyone's like, "Great, there goes the casting. Can't do it now." I don't know. Maybe you could.
I think you still could.
But then the whole hype with Cillian Murphy right now, well deserved. Oppenheimer killed it and everything like that. And then fan casting started going, "What about him? What about him?" I feel like me and you even spoke about it. Like that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad at it either.
But then we were saying one that we would both love would be Henry Cavill as a
which I don't think is happening.
I don't think it's happening, but my reasonings were like, just a brute of a force, just physicality is all there. Even though Doctor Doom isn't going to straight up, toe to toe fight somebody.
Right, but you want like
I want someone intimidating.
Yes. Like who has a physical presence.
Yes, a straight physical presence. And if we're not getting Henry, I was thinking, okay, then who could we get? And they throw out the name like Ben Affleck. Dude, he's the biggest Batman we've had.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm thinking, bro, that would be awesome. That really would be. I know a lot of people are not going to be on board because they don't like Ben Affleck in general, but me, I'm thinking, bro, run it. I'd take it.
I'd take it too. So is that now your favorite? Like, is that if you had to pick one person to be, is that what you're going with?
If I can't get Henry, then yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Oh, so Henry's still your number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, he's also my number one for Cyclops, and he's also my number one for Magneto.
You just want to see him pretty much cast in another super.
I want to see him cast in a very powerful role. I don't want to see him cast in a role that's almost a throwaway. Like we're only going to see it
like
once.
Captain Britain.
Yeah, and this is also I don't know much about Captain Britain.
I don't either, but I just think marketing wise, why would we? We could do something.
I don't
want
to see that. And to me, I'm thinking, bro, talk about poetic justice. You're telling me you take Superman from DC, being DC's number one guy. You're taking Batman from DC, their number one guy, and then you take these two heroes from DC and you make them two of Marvel's biggest villains. Think about it: Superman being Magneto, and then Batman being Dr. Doom.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
That would be cool.
It'd be like what Harvey Dent, bro, was saying. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah. I don't know personally. I mean, personally, I don't see if I'm Disney, if I'm Marvel, bro, whatever role you want to play, really. Like that's how I look at it. I know there's other actors that have the qualifications to be in that role, but I think like you said, like Henry Cavill was Superman, and all these fans, like we still want him to be Superman. We want him to be Superman, bro. If I'm Marvel, bring him on over. What role do you want to be, dude? Because I know your fans are gonna come over, and just because you weren't Superman, now they're gonna come and watch this movie. So, but I don't know. I'm down for Ben Affleck to be Victor Von Doom.
I never thought about it.
I didn't really think about it either. But as soon as I saw that, I thought, wow, yeah. I mean, I could see it. I could believe it.
I'd be on board with it.
Yeah.
More casting news, dude. For our Fantastic Four, we have another cast member added.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we finally have our casting for which is also an announcement. Galactus will be in the Fantastic Four, and it'll be played by Ralph Ineson.
Ralph Ineson, or I don't know how you really say it. Yeah.
So I instantly saw that, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, who the hell is this? Started going to his IMDb, try to look up what he's been in, trying to see if I recognize him from anything. And then I go to Twitter, and I was literally I was just about to send it to you, but I saw you sent it. I was like, oh, no point. But then you said he was from Game of Thrones, and
he had just like a little small role.
Yeah. And then someone posted what he sounded like, and I thought, so I'm down.
I agree.
I'm down because at the end of the day, that's what I want to hear that, because I'm not going to think about Galactus like, oh, his face doesn't look like Galactus. If you know what Galactus looks like, I don't care what his face looks like. I care about what his voice is going to sound like. And his deep voice, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I agree. As soon as I think I saw Soups post the video of what he sounds like, and I guess it's from another movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I as soon as I heard the voice, you sent it to me because I was in the theater about to watch Apes, and I knew that he had a deep voice, but I guess I didn't really like think about it really because I pretty much only know him from Game of Thrones. Just a little Iron that he's with the Ironborn. But then when you sent that, I just said, oh, sold. Like I didn't need anything else. I'm good.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I'm curious on how they're going to do Galactus in the Fantastic Four, which is kind of crazy because Galactus, everyone's been thinking like Galactus is going to be like the final boss or something like that. For some,
but we're getting him in the first movie.
But at the same time, I mean, you could just do him just a little pop up the way they did Thanos for the first Avengers. He's just kind of there in the back.
Well, yeah, and I think Thanos had multiple villains, right, that were working for him. Like,
yeah. So, but he's the puppet master at the end of it and everything.
So
like that.
You could do something like that. I saw on Twitter that he's going to be the villain in this first movie, but he's clearly not going to die, and they're going to set him up for the future.
Yeah. So I mean, it is cool though. We're going to get Silver Surfer, which we covered a while back, and now we're going to get Galactus. They also added John Malkovich. I know we didn't write that one down, but I saw that they added him and Paul Walter Hauser. They added both of them to be determined what the roles are going to be. Who are they going to be? I have no idea. But Fantastic Four cast is coming along pretty well. I'm still very excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, then they push 2025, right?
It's 2025. Yes, they're going to start. They're going to start
2025.
filming this summer in London.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited, dude. I mean, all this news is, I mean, what it's. Would you say it's pretty much the biggest movie that we keep getting news for?
right now, yes.
Yeah.
That and Deadpool.
Yeah.
But Deadpool's
Deadpool
right around
comes
the
out.
corner.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
One that we spoke about before we started recording, and then we didn't write down. What about the possible rumors, dude, of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being Apocalypse, bro? Where did that come from?
I don't know where that came from. My guess is people just want to see another physical presence. I don't want that at all. Like, but I mean, if you're going based off the heel Rock that we just got, I mean, maybe he will give us a good bad guy. Personally, I don't want that at all, dude.
All I know is I was sold just because of that one tweet I sent you. He said, "Get up, Logan!
Yeah.
Get up, boy!"
Because that's how he was in WWE.
Bro, it was
so
amazing.
He gave us this good heel work, which heals bad guy, and maybe it would transition. I just cannot see The Rock being a bad guy in a movie. We saw how it went with Black Adam. Like it.
But whenever he was like the still like villain of like playing Black Adam before he turned into like the anti-hero, he was pretty intimidating.
He was intimidating just based off physical presence.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say he like gave us a good speech that made him a big villain, or he gave us, you know what I'm saying, like acting chop wise. Like he's intimidating already just as it is.
Yeah.
But it's not like I could see him giving us this big dialogue of like villain type shit or anything like that. Like he's The Rock. Like he plays the same type of character in every movie, I feel. No, I don't want that at all. And I'm pretty sure it's all just bullshit anyways, but
yeah, where did it come from? I have no idea. What started that rumor? No idea. Would it be my first choice? No. But going back to as a physical presence,
yeah,
sure,
he definitely has
bring it on. But the thing is, though, being a physical presence, I don't see The Rock putting on the Apocalypse suit, putting on the blue makeup and everything like that, and playing Apocalypse the way Oscar Isaac did in X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I see it being straight Josh Brolin, Thanos, mocap suit. You're just going to get the scans of his face, and you're going to have him act it out.
Right.
And that's fine. If that's the case, I'm on board. Sure, sounds good to me.
I'm not. I don't want The Rock. I don't want The Rock in this. Like, why?
Just because that's the first thing they're coming out with it right now. The only thing is, that's weird they're going to talk about casting Apocalypse when we don't really have a writer, director, any cast for an X-Men film.
Well, so was this announced by like a big media outlet?
If I'm not,
the one that you sent me was from.
Was it My Time to Shine? Or was it
the one that you sent me was from MCU Scooper?
But who is it?
The source is My Time to Shine. Okay. Yes. Is that a big? I don't know.
My Time to Shine pretty much is. I'm not gonna say lie. They're like 50-50 on a lot of their scoops.
Okay.
So,
Marvel Studios wants Dwayne Johnson to portray Apocalypse in the MCU. I don't know. I mean, personally, I just don't want to see The Rock in the MCU. Like, I just don't want to. And I'm a big Rock fan. We just saw him give us this legendary run in WWE. But, like, I just can't take it serious. Like, I don't, like, I just.
In my head, I just think to myself,
I'll just think about him whooping Cody with the belt, or, like, I'll think about him rock bottoming John Cena, and like, bro, rock bottom Wolverine or something. I don't know. Like, I just can't take it serious.
Like I said, it's just weird that. Because Campia brought that to my attention too. I was watching him talk about it, and he was like, "They don't have any other casting. They have no information on this X-Men. All they keep on saying is the X-Men are coming. Like, yeah, we have Patrick Stewart that popped up in Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, we're having Hugh Jackman reprise his role as Wolverine. We technically have Miss Marvel. You know, she's a mutant and everything like that. We have Beast that popped up in the Marvels. Mm-hmm. So the X-Men are there, but like it's weird that this will be the first one. But then they brought up a good point. Rob on the show." On the Campia show brought up, you can have him be the first mutant. Like you just do like a flashback and go back, like with Kang, because what if he pops up in Avengers Kang or Avengers 4, and remember when Kang had like that Pharaoh variant or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Apocalypse was an Egyptian, like Egyptian Pharaoh type thing. So like, what if he like you see him there, and like the fans will be like, that's Apocalypse before he becomes Apocalypse, and we can kind of see that transition later on.
Maybe.
But who knows? Like I said,
so you're saying it's weird just because like no one's like there's nothing planned for Apocalypse. Is that what you're saying?
It's weird because there's nothing planned for Apocalypse, but there's also nothing planned for the X-Men. Nothing that's been brought to the attention, like nothing that's
wasn't it that way though for Black Adam? Like there wasn't really anything that was like planned. It's just everyone knew he was gonna be Black Adam. Like Warner Brothers wanted him to be Black Adam.
Yes, but
Like
I
there
also
wasn't a set stone plan, but they knew that they wanted him to be it.
Yes, but I also feel like they tried for years to try to get certain directors signed on, and it just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
So he was on the back burner for years, almost like 10 years playing Black Adam. But yeah, I don't know.
We'll
I
just personally, I don't know. Like, I just can't believe we're having a conversation about The Rock being Apocalypse. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's bullshit. If it does happen, am I still gonna go see the movie? Yeah, but like, I just can't buy The Rock being that. Like, I just can't. But maybe this will be the whole reversal in his career. Well, he'll start getting these roles where he's I don't know. Like, I just can't see it.
Yeah, bro. They watch that heel turn with the final boss, and they're like, "That's it, dude."
Maybe because isn't this movie that he's working A24? Isn't he like a UFC fighter or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Which that was weird to see him in because we saw the little clip of him training for it, and I thought that was weird too.
God, dude, he looked powerful in
No, he looks huge. He looks huge.
Powerful.
He looks huge. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, I guess it does kind of fit his roles that he's been in, but I haven't really seen him. You know, just didn't think of that he would be a mixed martial artist or something like that.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We saw. Oh, wait. Before we get into our Fall Guy
I know
review,
you're excited about this one.
James Gunn and DC decided to give us our very first look at David Cornsweet in the Superman suit.
Yeah.
We have our first official reveal of the Superman suit, and fans everywhere are mixed about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like everyone's Twitter's divided.
Personally, I saw it when I was at work, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And the first thing I said, "This man has been working." This Superman has been working. He looks like he's already been through hell, and he has to put the boots back on. And I just thought, this is a working Superman.
Yes.
Good. You know why? I'm happy with it. Then I started really paying attention to the suit, and the first thing I said is, "Oh, this looks like New 52."
Mm-hmm.
I like
Especially
the New
with,
52
like,
suit, the
neck
collar
thing.
and everything like that. Some of the linings on it, I didn't mind it. And then I saw like the crease and everything. I'm like, that's weird that they will show that in it. But at the same time, no one said this is gonna be his forever suit. Maybe it's not gonna be the suit at the very end of the movie. So overall, I like the image. I like the suit.
I'm torn about it. I just think it just looks baggy. Like that's my biggest thing. Because the New 52 suit, when we see it, like when we see Superman in it, Superman's built, bro. So it's tight on him. It looks good. I think that's one of the best things about Henry's suit is Henry, bro. That shit was fitted on him. And so if I'm comparing both, I think Henry's is better for sure. But like I said, maybe it's because it's not really fitted. Like he did bulk up. Like he's done a very good job. He's done a very good job of bulking up, and I guess it's not really fair to compare because Henry just bulked the fuck up, bro. And maybe David will get there eventually, but I think my biggest thing is just the suit is not fitted. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, I was trying to see. I was like, yeah, there's a New 52 comic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time though, I feel like the picture is trying to portray a certain like I said, like how I said it. The suit is already damaged, and he looks like he's putting his boots back on because there's more BS that's happening in the back. Like he's just not. There's no brakes for him.
Right.
So as a first image, I'm like, okay, like I get it. This Superman is just on the go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm thinking he could have just given us a straight just a straight Superman pose, and we'll call it a day. But they're trying to tell a story with just this one image.
Yeah, they're trying to tell a story with one image. But do you like the suit just because you're liking the whole image as a whole? Or do you actually, ignore everything in the background? Ignore that he's putting on his boots. Like, just look at the suit. Do you actually like the suit that's on him?
From what I can see, yes.
Like, I like how it looks. I just wish it was more fitted. That's my biggest thing.
I get you. Yeah.
Like, I don't mind how it looks. How it looks is fine. Like, I'm fine with it being completely different than Henry's. I'm fine it being different than any other Superman suit we've gotten. But, like, I just wish it was more fitted. And maybe it will be. Maybe it will be by the time they make the movie. I don't know.
No, I hear you. I want to say I heard that this suit is not going to have any padding. So the way
it's just him.
It's just him.
And that's why I think it looks like it doesn't look as fitted on him.
Yeah.
But
overall for the suit. Oh, bro, we got the red trunks on there.
Yeah, which that's cool, too.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with the suit.
I have no issues with the red trunks. Did I enjoy Henry Cavill not having the trunks anymore? Do I enjoy some of the new, especially once we said earlier too, New 52? They don't have the red trunks on there. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
To me, it's not going to be like, oh, this suit is horrible. No, because
you
I
know
can
there's
still,
some people that are like that though.
Yeah, but to me, I'm thinking I can look at that costume and go, "That's Superman."
Yeah,
that he looks like Superman to me. And at the end of the day, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't need the red trunks, but I know some people, if they don't get those fucking red trunks, bro, they don't think it's Superman. So I'm fine with them being there. The suit overall, I'm okay with the suit. I think because it doesn't look fit, and I think that's why a lot of people are having a problem with it.
No, yeah. I've definitely listened to everyone's comments on it, and I've like, that makes sense. This, they have a good point here. Like, I'm taking everything in, but to me, at the end of the day, I'm thinking, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, we're just excited that we're getting a Superman movie.
And just like how I told you, I think I texted you or it was on Twitter. I was like, I just need to see this thing in action.
Yeah,
that's it. I just need to see this thing moving, and then we'll definitely be able to get a good representation on how this suit's going to
maybe like
go.
see how it looks on him while he's standing.
Yeah,
like you said with the suit, or maybe like someone will just release a photo of them like filming, and he's just standing with it. Like maybe it'll look better that way. I don't know, but either way, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, it was just a random Tuesday, bro.
Yeah,
or no, random what Monday? They just
I think it was Monday.
Yeah. You want to do Fall Guy?
Yeah, we saw Fall Guy.
I know we're like 2 weeks late.
Yeah. So we could do like a spoiler review on it. You want to rank it?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Ranking for Fall Guy, 3, 2, 1.
8.
I was gonna say 7.
Yeah.
7. So it was a good movie. I had fun with it. I mean, it's not really one that's like there's much to say about it. I mean, it was a good movie.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling killed it.
Yeah. Would you say Ryan Gosling is okay? So let's think about when I think about Ryan Gosling, right? Like I put him in this bracket of like heartthrob type guy,
handsome dude,
right?
Bro.
Like like handsome dude. He's always like girls always love him, and he's always like we've seen him in a lot of roles now. Would you put him? Who else would you put in that bracket? Like I put like Ryan Reynolds in that bracket.
Ryan Reynolds.
Who else do you put? Like that Brad Pitt.
Leo.
You put Leo in there?
Bro, Leo back with like early or like 90s and 2000s.
I guess I'm talking about now though.
Oh, now?
2000. I mean, he's not that now. So now I put like Brad Pitt still people find attractive, and he's always in these movies. Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling.
Do people put Krasinski on there?
Personally, I don't think so, but maybe.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if like I've.
Dude, I guess what I'm asking is, do you think Ryan Gosling is the best in that bracket, like out of everyone right now?
Oh, he'd be like top 5, yeah.
So who's the best?
Oh, okay, then yeah.
I mean, I think he's better than Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Gosling, bro. Any movie that he's in, I really think he does a good job.
I mean, even though the movie was whatever, but I thought he did good in Blade Runner.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
we said that when we reviewed Blade Runner, like it was no fault to his. Like he did a good job. It was just the way his character was written. We just didn't vibe with.
Just didn't care too much. But I think, it's just you're right. It was just the way the character is supposed to be.
Yeah,
but he did good.
Yeah, I thought he did good too. Yeah, it was a good movie. What do you want to do like a full review on it, or what all do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So I guess just what the premise of it is, just like you see in the trailer.
He's a stunt guy.
He's a stunt guy for Hollywood movies, and he has a love interest of Emily Blunt, who also did fantastic in this one.
Yeah, she did great.
Looked good in it too. Yeah. Emily Blunt, like we just said, the wife of John Krasinski. She plays the director to one of the movies that he's starring in, and the main actor of the film, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, gets, I'm not gonna say kidnapped. He just goes missing. The stunt guy has to go try to find him, and then you just go on this adventure with him. It turns out they try to frame him for a murder and all this stuff. I'm not gonna lie, some good twists in there.
Yeah,
some good twists. I went along for the ride, and then, like I said, from there you just see the stuntman do what he does and do some action, do some fighting, and all this stuff, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, for me that was the coolest part. Was seeing a movie from now. Obviously, no stuntmen, I would assume, are going to look for the main actor and going through like all this shit that happened in the movie, right? Like they're not getting in this big old neon bar fight that happened in the movie. They're not jumping from the house onto the boat. But seeing a movie from like a stuntman point of view, and like seeing the behind the scenes of like actors telling stuntman to do, like, because that we got a lot of that in the movie.
Yeah.
So that to me was the coolest part of the movie. Ryan Gosling did great, like you said. Emily Blunt did great. Aaron Taylor Johnson, even though he wasn't in a whole big portion of the movie, I thought he did a really good job, just acting like that spoiled top tier actor. His impression that sounded like Matthew McConaughey was actually like pretty spot on, bro.
Dude, There was a moment I closed my eyes and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Matthew.
Yeah, so he did a really good job of that. And then Winston Duke was also in it. He
what
was
a brute,
badass motherfucker, bro. But yeah, dude, I thought it was good. I wrote down just some things that I liked. Emily Blunt was good already. I'm sure as a stuntman, I would assume stuntman would like this movie. Maybe some I would assume are like, bro, gay ass shit. But I would assume that they like it. But I thought the scenes overall were good. They're in Australia, so I thought everything looked good. The pacing of it all was good. It's just like a short little comedy movie. You know, like I didn't feel bored at any time, but I also didn't think it was like super funny. Some of the jokes felt flat, in my opinion, but Ryan Gosling was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. I thought he did a good job. And then I liked the little references to Dune.
Bro.
They had like references to Dune where they play like a little the music sounded like Dune, but it was just a little changed. Because that's it. I guess so. The movie that they were making was kind of just like
a Dune.
Yeah, it was like
movie,
a Dune type movie.
But it was cowboys versus aliens and
everything. Yeah. But yeah, bro, I really liked it. I mean, for me the coolest part was just to see the background, like how movies are made, because you get to see a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah. And then you've the big twist or whatever, because Ryan Gosling plays a stuntman for one particular movie.
He's Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's Tom Ryder's stuntman.
Yeah, Tom Ryder's stuntman, and then he ends up getting injured on set. Months goes by, he returns to Hollywood, kind of being not necessarily forced, but manipulated and getting back into it. Come to find out, it wasn't an accident. His accident wasn't an accident. It was Tom Ryder's fault.
Yeah,
he did that shit on purpose. First off, Aaron Taylor Johnson, ripped, bro.
Yeah, I know. When I saw him, I thought. I mean, he's always been. He's
always been there. But like every time you see it,
yeah. When I saw him, I thought, Jesus. Like Ryan Gosling is ripped, but bro, Aaron Taylor Johnson made him. Aaron Taylor Johnson was ripped, and so yeah. I mean, I don't know where it lies with him filming Craven. I'm not sure if he's just stayed ripped for that or if what he did before or after. But yeah, bro. I mean, I just thought, God damn, we'll see how Craven goes because dude's jacked.
I like Ryan Gosling's humor. It's like some of the stuff for me that was the funniest was from him, but because it's just I don't know if it's like dry humor.
He's just like
or
a
what.
natural at it.
Yeah, he's just naturally.
It's
funny.
the same thing for how he was in Barbie. Like it wasn't it wasn't that he was saying like funny stuff. It's just the way like he
deliver lines and like his comebacks or like his little ad libs he'll throw in there.
Like you're right. It's just like a little. He's like dry, but it just fits like his roles that he plays. Like I don't know what it is.
Like when that one producer was like, she's insulting him, but like, but no offense. He goes, yeah, I mean, kind of offense. Like stuff like that was just like, bro.
Yeah, he's great, dude. We should get him as a superhero, bro.
There are rumors.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Of what? Of him as what?
Ghost Rider.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
I'd be.
I'm just happy, bro, if we get anything with Marvel now and DC, like any new casting, new characters. I'm like, bro, bring them on.
Well, now it's like anytime I see a movie, I'm just like, we should beat him. Put him as a superhero.
Bro, I think that a lot. I'm like, you know what? They could do this. Yeah, that person could do this, bro.
Yeah. You want anything else on it?
That's all for the news.
We were supposed to see Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. I ended up just going to watch it.
Had a little one sick, so couldn't go.
So next week we'll give like a full spoiler review, and that works out too because it had already been out for 2 weeks or so.
About for 2 weeks, and then we can also discuss the new trilogy the most recent trilogy. We're not going to be able to talk about all the Planet of the Apes movies, but this one's technically being the fourth out of the new ones. We can discuss all of them.
Yeah. No, and when we say all of them, we're not talking about like I don't know if you just said that, but we're not talking about the 1960s.
No. We're talking about Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for Planet of the Apes, and now Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
We can rank them. But I saw it. I could give just like a little how I felt about it. It was a really good movie. I like it. I don't know where it falls in my rankings. I'd have to really like sit down and think about it. Part of me wants to see it a second time, but then part of me is like, I'm good not seeing it a second time. The whole time I was watching it, I thought Vincent would like it because Vincent's a big Apes fan. I'm a big Apes fan too, I'd say, but I would say not as much as you. But I would say this, bro. Visually, fantastic. I saw people on TikTok saying that in comparison is probably like Avatar, the most recent Avatar movie that we got. I agree. Like this movie visually looks better than the other movies that we got. The Matt Reeves. Visually,
and those looked amazing.
And those looked amazing. Yeah, I'm not even saying that those look bad, but this one just like you wouldn't think that there's a way to make it look more natural, and this one does that. Like you for real think, bro, these are real ass monkeys. Like I'm for real watching them. Like it just looks fantastic visually. The Earth that they live on, right, is 300 years past from what we previously saw in War for Planet of the Apes. So that is visually outstanding as well, because you get to see like the buildings now they're still up, which I told Teresa during the movie. I was like, bro, that props to those architects, because those buildings are still up, bro. 300 years later. Like so, and they have grass and shit and vines all over it, but
it's just like the way you liked on The Last of Us, right? Whenever
I told Teresa when we watched the movie, I was like, babe, this looks like Last of Us 2, because in Last of Us 2, that's how they are. So yeah, it visually, bro, I'd say that's the best part of the movie. Now it's not as good as like I said, it's not as good as, I wouldn't say it's as good as Dawn, and I wouldn't say it's as good as War for Planet of the Apes. But it doesn't need to be, because it's like it's the first movie for this new set of movies that we're getting, which I think we're getting 5 now.
Yeah, they said in total we're going to do 9 for this new rebooted franchise, and so that means we're getting 5 more.
Yeah,
I'm excited,
is crazy. Bro. So it doesn't need to be as good as those, right? Because Rise is good, but Rise is not Dawn, and it's not War for Planet of the Apes. So it's the first movie. It's a good start to this next set of movies that we're gonna get. Noah, he's the main character in the movie, I think is good. I find he's got big shoes to fill, just because Caesar was Caesar.
I know. I can't wait to talk about that next week.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got big shoes to fill, but for his first movie, I thought he did a really good job. And the best character, in my opinion, in the movie though is the villain. You know, me and you both love a good villain. Proximus Caesar, who's played by Kevin Rand. I didn't even know that till you told me. He's the best character in the movie, but I just wish he was in the movie more.
Who was it? Brandon Davis posted a little clip on Twitter or whatever, and it was still early enough, so I instantly messaged whatever, and I was like, dang, crazy how quick Kevin can get into character or whatever, how easily. And then he messaged back or whatever.
Oh, wow, he did.
And he was like, yes, it was kind of intimidating, this. If you want to watch everything else, watch this whole video. And I was like, hey, yeah, Brandon Davis, hit me up.
Cool. And so I saw people on TikTok saying there's some pacing issues, like the movie felt kind of long and stuff. Personally, to me, it didn't feel long at all. By the time it was over, so during the movie, I thought, oh, honestly, I didn't even check how long this movie is going to be. So I don't know. Normally I can tell, okay, the movie's 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're getting close to the end. I can tell. But I didn't even check how long it was going to be. But then we were at the end, and that was it. I didn't feel like it was long. I saw some people on TikTok saying it felt long, and it felt like some parts were boring and some parts. Honestly, I felt like throughout the whole movie, I was entertained and I was fully invested in it. I didn't feel like there. I'm sure, yeah, you could cut some spots out, but then I think to myself, okay, well, what spots would you cut out? Because everything felt fine to me. Everything felt good. So yeah, I thought it was good, bro. I think you're really gonna like it. I think as long as people don't consider it to be or don't go into it thinking it's gonna be better than the last trilogy that we got.
Yeah.
I think as long as you don't do that, and I think as long as you don't hold Noah up to Caesar's expectations, I think it's fine. Caesar still is a big part of the movie.
I've heard that a lot.
Obviously, he's not alive, but his story lives on, kind of, because it's 300 years. So some people have no knowledge of Caesar. Some people have no idea how they even got in this position.
Oh wow.
But then some people do follow Caesar, but they've twisted the word. It's the same thing as religion nowadays.
Yeah.
People religion's been twisted a lot of ways now, and so people have there's different sectors of different religions and so it's kind of the same way in that sense. But he still has a big presence in this movie.
No, yeah. I mean, just like you pointed out, I adore these movies. So I can't wait to see it. I really can't. And yeah, I'm not expecting this one to be I hope this is as good as the original. I don't need it to be.
Yeah.
I just want a continuation. I just want to see these apes again. And I the Rise, Dawn, and War. I watch those movies and I just I'm in awe of them. I remember I've watched every single one of them in theaters, and I thought to myself every single time, how the hell did they train these apes? Because it looks that real,
bro. This if you thought it looked like that with those three, this one is even more, bro. Visually, this movie, I don't have a single critique that I could give on it, because it just looks fantastic, bro. I saw a little clip of your boy John Campia saying the only thing that the birds flying, and I thought, shut your ass up, bro. No, it doesn't. He said something about the birds flying.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I thought visually, I don't have a single critique. I just thought it looked fantastic, and the way that these actors do like now that I watch these movies because you saw them all in theaters. I saw Rise when it first came out. I saw not in theaters though. I saw it. That was back when we used to bootleg movies, and so I would watch it. So and then I don't remember how I saw Dawn. I saw Dawn, but I didn't see War. So then I watched them, and so now on my TikTok clips of how these movies are being made or get shown on there, and I thought it was amazing seeing these actors for real, bro. They're for real doing all the movements, all the sounds, everything. And so now when I see backstage stuff of this one, I just think, gosh, that is so cool, dude. We saw, like, I think you sent me some clips of Kevin Rand and how he does the voice and how he does, like, dude, it was a really good movie, and I had a really good time with it.
No, yeah. I can't wait to see this movie.
I know you're going to have to see it. I'm debating if I want to go see it a second time or if I'm fine with just the one time. Because right now, I think I could be fine with the one time. But at the same time, a second time, I think would solidify how I feel about it at the same time. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, next week we'll rank them all. Next week we can give a full review on it.
Yeah.
You want to get into WWE?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So last night we had I don't know how much time. Yeah, we're on time. Last night we had SmackDown. They're doing the King of the Ring tournament so far. So far, bro, I don't know about you, but I've been pretty entertained with these King of the Ring matches. Raw was like all wrestling matches. I think I saw like an hour because Raw is usually 3 hours. I think I saw a majority of the show was all wrestling.
Yeah.
Was all just King of the Ring matches. And then SmackDown last night, I don't know if you watched it all, but SmackDown was also the same. It was just pretty much all wrestling matches.
They're good matches too.
Yeah. And they were pretty good matches. I have the brackets here. So let me just read you the next round of matchups that we're getting, bro, because you're gonna think this is crazy. So we're getting Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes, which is gonna be a banger. We're getting LA Knight and Santos Escobar are gonna wrestle on the WWE live event, but I think we all know that LA Knight is winning that match. So LA Knight and Tama Tonga, that's gonna be a banger as well.
That's really gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. And we're seeing Dragunov versus Jey Uso. On the other side, which that's going to be a banger, which I would assume you think it's leading up to Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov.
Yep.
But you think Ilya beats Jey? WWE's really hot on Jey right now. You think right away they get Ilya to beat him?
So I'm okay with certain superstars beating others. Like in that sense, I'd be okay with it just because I don't need Jey to be King of the Ring.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't either.
No, but like, so I'm saying, like, I don't need that title or that. Yeah, I don't need that title on him. I need him to have a title. I need him to have an actual belt. So if he doesn't get the King of the Ring, I'm fine with it. Just give him freaking IC or US. Like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I'd say the next round for the women's though is what really is good, bro. So we get Nia Jax and Jade Cargill in the next round.
Been waiting.
We've been literally talking about Jade and Nia Jax, and they are gonna scrap next week. And then we also get Tiffany Stratton is fighting Michin on the WWE live event. I don't know why they put Tiffany and LA Knight on the WWE live events.
They're so hot right now.
They
dude.
are
Why
so hot right now.
I
don't understand what WWE is doing, especially with LA Knight. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know if he has beef with somebody backstage or what the deal is, bro. But they are not capitalizing on WWE being such big fans over them. And so we're gonna get Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair. Gosh, bro, these are pay-per-view.
I was just about
matches.
to say, bro, these are PLEs right here, bro. Yeah, Jade and Nia, and then you have Tiffany and Bianca, bro. Yep. Like that is
the Raw side. The Raw side is not. The Raw side is kind of whatever. We're getting Valkyrie and Zoe Stark, and then Io Sky. I assume will go against Shayna Baszler or Selena Vega. One of the Raw side is kind of whatever, but SmackDown side stacked.
Yeah,
and then we got to figure out. Okay, so who loses between Jade Cargill and Nia Jax? Because we could ultimately, if Jade Cargill wins and Bianca Belair win, then they have to fight in the semifinals. So who loses first off, and how do you get them to not face each other? And then if they do face each other, who wins? Like, there's a lot of scenarios here that,
especially with them being tag team partners, but we've seen that in the past. Hey, Eddie and Ray.
Yeah.
You could do that to where you do that whole storyline over again.
But then if they do face each other, who loses? Who loses if Jade and Bianca face each other? Who do you pick to lose? That's a tough one. I personally think they keep them away from each other. So then now you got to decide how does either Jade lose to Nia or how does Bianca lose to Tiffany Stratton?
Bianca will lose
to Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany, and then it'll be Tiffany and Jade.
That's what I was thinking too.
Another banger.
That's a banger too. Like, bro, the SmackDown side of the King of the Ring tournament.
For that one, I can't watch, bro. I'm gonna be so. I can't see who's gonna win. Both of these, I love, bro.
So the Queen of the Ring tournament to me has been more entertaining. So it just has more possibilities, mainly on the SmackDown side. But bro, I mean, I've been very impressed with the King of the Ring tournament and the Queen of the Ring tournament so far. Like I feel like they're really trying to make this mean something again, because for the longest time it hasn't meant anything to us.
Yeah,
I have cared less who is the King of the Ring. I'd say probably since King Booker. Like Baron Corbin was King of the Ring.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Baron Corbin was King of the Ring. Xavier was that got cut short because Big E Langston got hurt, but it hasn't really meant anything in a really long time. So I think they're really trying to make this mean something.
The King of the Ring for Booker was a good run.
But
it was just a good change of character as well. What was annoying with Baron and what was annoying with Xavier is just like, where do we go? Like, what does this mean now?
Well, that's been my whole biggest thing.
Yeah, like what? Like, it's cool. Okay, the whole tournament is cool and everything like that. We get to see some good matches like we're about to see right now. But where do we go with this? And you're right. I haven't been interested probably since the King Booker stuff like that. The King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring went on hiatus for a little bit and they brought it back. But it's like, what are we doing? What is this? What does this mean?
Yeah, it has no meaning. Like, I think in 2002, Brock Lesnar won the King of the Ring, and I think he got a title shot, and that's how he fought The Rock at SummerSlam. Ever since then, it hasn't meant anything. Like, it hasn't. You're right, King Booker. It was good because we always saw Booker T. He's doing the spin-a-rooney, like he's just Booker T. And then it was a completely 180 flip of character once he won King of the Ring, and he started talking with a I guess you'd call it a British accent, King Booker. And then Queen Charmel was so fucking annoying. So it was just a nice change of pace, right? Everything else, yeah, you're right. It just doesn't mean anything. So I'm curious to see whoever wins this King of the Ring and whoever wins the Queen of the Ring. Do they get a title shot? Do they get to pick whenever they get a title? Like, I need it to mean something. Like, I don't want to see you walk around with a crown and cool, you call yourself the King of the Ring, but you're not a champion.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, that's what you want to be, is you want to be a champion. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But do you have any predictions on who's going to win both tournaments?
Like who's going to be the king and
Queen?
Queen?
Who's going to be king and who's going to be queen?
I mainly care about the women's one.
So do I.
So in my head, I think to myself, you can give Tiffany the queen title or you save her from Money in the Bank.
I think I said that last week or the week before. I would prefer Tiffany win the Money in the Bank just because I feel like the Money in the Bank means more. The Money in the Bank means more than,
and she could do a lot with that.
Yeah, but I do see them also trying to make this a thing, trying to make this an important thing, and maybe they do put Tiffany. Maybe that's how. I don't know. I want it to mean something, so maybe give it to Nia. Give it to Nia Jax, and she could do whatever she wants with it. Or, I don't know, but like
she'll be like, "I'm the queen, bitch."
However you say it, dude. I want it to mean something. So maybe they'll change our opinions on it. The guys, I think Gunther's winning.
I'm about to say, I want to say Gunther also, but it's just like, just go for a title. Just go for it. I mean, and there's nothing as of now, there's nothing in the rules that say that the king or queen can't go for a title. We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm thinking the same thing I said with Jay. Like, I don't care if you're king. Just go for a damn title. Like, I don't want that title on you. I want you to have a belt around your waist instead.
Yeah. Well, that's why I hope at least maybe the winner gets a championship shot.
Yeah. And I don't think they've talked about that yet. Or
I don't think they've
that.
mentioned it.
I mean, so
if they have, then we just haven't noticed. But
yeah,
I don't think they've mentioned what the winner gets. But I don't want to see you just win the King of the Ring and then walk around with a cape and a crown and then that's it. Like, there's nothing else to it. You just call yourself king. Like, bro, I don't care. I want to see you win a championship. Other things that we had happen last night versus SmackDown, we're getting Cody versus Logan.
I want to say you put that as one of your opponents.
Did I?
Did you?
I don't think so. For Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I did. I really
unless
don't think
it was for Damien. I can't remember.
Or maybe I did for Cody. I don't know. That sounds kind of
as soon as I saw it at first thing, I mean, I could have easily got on my phone and looked back.
Yeah, I have all the clips on my phone.
But then in my head, I was like, Wow, Mario called it.
Yeah.
I know I didn't put him on mine.
Okay. Either way, we're getting Cody versus Logan at King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi, which WWE is very smart for that. Logan's huge in Saudi.
Yeah.
Even before his WWE days, I remember he'd go out there, bro, and have huge fan meetups. So that's smart. He killed it with Roman in that situation. And what was that, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So I'm down. So, but the question is it for both titles or is it just for one? So Corey Graves said it was for the WWE Undisputed Championship. At the end of it was closer to the end of the show last night. Cody is saying on Twitter, but he wants both belts. And then Logan on his Instagram story, I think I saw this morning, posted a screenshot of them too, and he said for both belts.
So they're going to go for
Are
it.
you okay with it being both belts, or would you prefer it just be for Cody's?
Cody doesn't need the second.
He doesn't need the second.
But I think that he pointed out, that'll make me a Grand Slam champion. So I'm thinking, oh, great. So you're about to be a Grand Slam champion.
The U.S. title will look good on him, though.
It will. And I'm like, I thought Homelander would be proud, bro. Gosh, damn.
Personally, I don't want it just because then I think, okay, well, how do you get it off him?
Yes.
How do you have somebody beat Cody for the United States Championship?
Yes.
So that puts us in a predicament there. Now, would it look cool having both titles? 100%. It would look badass. And that's a good way to get it off Logan.
Yeah.
Someone like Cody to beat him makes sense. But I would prefer it to be LA Knight or somebody like that. So I think I would prefer it be for just Cody's championship. But I don't know. They're saying champion versus champion. They're not really specifying what the deal is here.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Logan ain't winning that damn belt, bro.
No, Logan's not winning the match.
So now it's just, okay, if he loses, then he just doesn't get Cody's belt.
Yeah.
And if Cody wins, he just doesn't get,
so,
like, I don't know.
So you're right. Logan's not winning the match. But this situation right here has fully made me realize that WWE eventually is going to put the championship on Logan. Whatever championship it is. I think that at first I thought, you know what? He'll probably hold some mid-card titles. He'll probably do a good run in WWE, and then that'll be it. I truly think I think eventually he will be WWE champion. Whether it's World Heavyweight, whether it's WWE, maybe this is 5 years down the line. But I think that the fact that WWE has put him in this spot multiple times now, I think eventually, dude, I think they hold him to that standard. I think they will eventually put the main title on him. Like I said, whichever brand it's for. But I think eventually he'll have a world title.
Because we thought it was kind of strange that they instantly gave him Roman.
Right. And he delivered.
Killed it with Roman. You have that iconic photo with Roman doing the Superman punch and Logan coming from the sky at the same time. Amazing photo. And he held his own against Roman. So with this one, it's just like, yeah, I have no doubt that you're going to hold your own against Cody and you're going to deliver. You're not going to win, but you'll deliver. Yeah, I could see him holding a belt, and I won't have a gripe about that at all. Because it's well-deserved.
Yeah, like I think he's been put in these spots, and he's delivered pretty much on all of them, I'd say. He's had entertaining matches all the time. And so I think the fact that they're putting him in this spot again with Cody, who's arguably the face of the WWE right now, and he already fought Roman, who was the face of WWE at that time, I think eventually, dude, I think they're going to put the championship on him. Now, I'm not saying he's going to beat Cody. Or I don't know who's going to be the champion that he's going to beat. But I think eventually WWE holds Logan to that standard where they'll be okay putting the WWE Championship on him. You saw what he's done with the U.S. title. Yeah. He's taking that bitch everywhere. He's given marketing to the WWE everywhere he goes, holding that title. Now imagine with the world title, dude. I think WWE's eventually gonna do it.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, it could be 2-3 years down. And ultimately depends on Logan. If he says he's fully invested in this shit, and he is young still, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I think this is it for Logan.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is. Are you saying like this is his main career?
This is his calling.
Yeah.
I mean, they talked about it back in the day. Jake is going to stick with boxing. Logan's going to take over WWE. Yada yada yada. And then we just heard not too long ago, right? Didn't he sign another contract with WWE? Yeah. I think this is it. I think he's staying with WWE. He still has all his other business ventures he's working out. I think eventually it's going to get to the point where he's like, those can run on its own. I'm still going to be a part of it, but I am 100% WWE. And he's full-time, technically.
But he's full-time, but he's still not on every show.
Yeah.
And I kind of think it'll always stay that way just because he's a big name. Like, he already had, like, Roman took a while to get to that point where he was a big enough name that he could tell WWE, hey, I'm be here, but, like, I'm not going to be here at the same time, full-time, right? Logan already came in with that credibility just because of how big he is outside of WWE. So I think already I don't think he'll ever be to a point where he's there every single week. But I think, you're right. I think this is his main calling. And I think eventually WWE is going to put the championship on him. Whenever that is, I'm saying it ultimately depends on how Logan wants to do this for. Like, it ultimately depends if he wants to do it long enough to be in that spot. Yeah. But either way, I think they're going to put on a banger.
Yeah, Logan going to lose this title and then win Money in the Bank. Damn.
You think?
They
put him in a Money in the Bank. They put him in an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
They put him in and now this is going to be his second main event in a Premier Live event. He fought Randy Orton and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Yep.
He's fought Seth Rollins at Like, he's been in nothing but big matches.
Yep.
Eventually, dude, he's going to win one. Eventually.
Yeah.
So,
and we both agree.
Yeah.
We have no gripes.
Right. I'll
take
either. It. So let's other things that we had on SmackDown. We saw our new tribal chief. Seems like
bro.
Solo Sikoa told Paul Heyman that he
Suge Knight himself, boy.
Yeah. He's spoken to Roman, and that Roman told him while he's gone, he's gonna be the tribal chief. 2 questions here.
Cap.
Do you believe him? Yeah.
Cap, bro.
Yeah. Fucking liar. Fucking liar.
Hey, wait. Factor Cap, bro. Cap, bro.
Yeah.
he ain't talked to Roman.
He ain't talked to Roman, and Roman definitely didn't tell him to do all this shit.
Roman saw that call,
But hey, what if he's saying he spoke to the tribal chief? He spoke to The Rock.
Wow, okay, I didn't even think about that one too.
What if
That'd
he's
be a good one
saying?
too.
I'd have to pull the whole clip up. I don't remember. Did he name drop Roman? I think he did name drop Roman.
Did he? He just said, while he's gone, I'm running this.
Yeah.
And you're my wise man.
Yeah. Maybe he's meaning. Yeah. Maybe he's meaning he spoke to the tribal chief. He means The Rock. So yeah. So first off, I don't believe him. I don't think he spoke to Roman.
I like how he said when we lost our belt.
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like, "What you mean, y'all?"
I think it just means like it was on the bloodline.
It was the bloodline's belt.
Yeah,
like I get that, but in my head, I'm thinking, nah, bro, that's Roman's belt.
So, first off, I think that's the best promo that we've gotten from Solo.
Yeah.
Since he's been in WWE,
Yeah.
like he's just getting more and more natural at it, and I'm I'm finally happy that WWE's putting him in this position to do this. Maybe this has been the plan all along, and they've just been trying to buy their time to get to this point, but I'm starting to believe Solo now every single time I see him. Like, I'm starting to believe him as tribal chief. So my second question here is, we saw rumors on Twitter this week that WWE's scared that Jacob Fatu is going to overshadow Solo. Do you think that's going to happen if Jacob Fatu shows up?
Yes. Just because, first off, we've both said it ourselves. We've looked up this dude. A monster.
Yeah,
bro.
and he's got really good promo skills. I've been
very
watching
good promos skills. Great in the ring. I said it, or I think we mentioned last time. It's just like you said, like he's everything that Solo was supposed to be, and I really hope that WWE doesn't try to like hide those skills.
I was gonna say that I don't think he's gonna overshadow Solo just because I think WWE is gonna hide those skills.
See, I don't want that.
So we've seen multiple times now where. Like, we thought we were going to get it with Solo, and maybe we will eventually. We see multiple times now where, like, for example, Triple H and Batista in Evolution. Batista, arguably, dude, I mean, he blew up, and at the time, arguably, he was better than Triple H, but WWE kept him as, like, Triple H's muscle. He did all the stuff, all the dirty work that Triple H didn't want to do, until eventually Batista realized his potential, and then, he ended up fighting Triple H, and then they did their thing. So WWE could have a thing where Solo's like the tribal chief for the time being, and Jacob Fatu is just his muscle, just his person that does all the. Bro, you want somebody beat up? Send Jacob Fatu. That type of deal. Everybody will know he's good in the ring. Everybody knew Batista was good in the ring, and they knew eventually we're gonna get to a point where Batista's gonna outshine Triple H, and he's gonna need to be on his own. So I think they'll probably just try to not put him on the mic as much. They'll probably try to just keep him in his matches. It's okay if we think he's a good wrestler, but like for me, it's the promos. Promos solidify whether like you have the potential to be by yourself or you have the potential to be better than this person. So I think they'll probably just try to keep him quiet. He'll just be that scary ass dude because he is scary.
Yeah,
he'll just be that scary ass dude that comes and beats everybody up, and Solo can just be on the mic and let his skills get better. And I think that's the way they'll try to do it to where Jacob Padu doesn't overshadow him.
I like what you said. It's all about, I mean, you can be good in the ring, but it's all about those promos.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I mean, I've said this before on here. I didn't care for Roman back in the day. He is a good wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part.
He's always been a good wrestler.
For the most part, his moves haven't really changed.
Mm-hmm. He just got promo now.
His promo has changed. His persona has changed. And that all goes back to the promos, so how he can carry himself for it. And once that changed, I was fully invested. I was fully on board. And so were the fans. They were not booing him anymore. So, yes, it's just all going to determine how the promos are going to go. And like how you said, last night was a very good one.
And I think as long as WWE lets Solo be the main person on the mic, I think it'll bide its time to where Jacob Patu doesn't, overshadow him.
Yeah.
Last thing here, we saw on Twitter this week also, the plan right now for WrestleMania 41 is Cody versus The Rock. So I wanted to ask you here on this podcast, how do we feel about Cody versus Rock at WrestleMania?
WWE obviously isn't listening to us. We said, you even said multiple times on here, it's going to be Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam. Yeah. And we'll get Roman versus Rock at Mania. We already laid out the groundwork. Just do it. Just execute. How would I feel about it? I mean, it's box office.
Yeah.
It will sell like no tomorrow. I mean, and The Rock, this isn't new to The Rock. A whole year worth of promos, a whole year worth of waiting and build up. We've seen it with Cena. It could happen again.
My biggest gripe about it is, so we went to WrestleMania 38. Me and you did in Dallas. We even waited till the end of the show because we thought The Rock was going to show up and, challenge Roman for Tribal Chief. Didn't happen. Fine. Get it next year. 39. Still, we thought, LA, perfect time for Rock to show up and fight Roman. Didn't happen. We got Rock versus Cody. Fine. Get it WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40 was supposed to happen, I'd say closest to happening that it's ever been.
Yeah.
We wanted Cody versus Roman. Maybe that's our fault. Maybe that's the fans' fault that we didn't get to capitalize on this event of Rock versus Roman. But anyways, we got a arguably the best main event of WrestleMania history.
I agree.
And Roman versus Cody for 2. WrestleMania 41. This has already been 4 WrestleManias now. We're expecting Rock versus Roman finally to happen. WrestleMania 41. I will be so annoyed if we get Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 41 or Cody versus Rock at WrestleMania 41. I'll be so annoyed. And maybe that's spoiled of me to say because it will be box office. You're right. It will be box office. But bro, this is already going to be the 4th WrestleMania that we've been wanting Rock versus Roman. Now, I get it. WWE was going to give it to us last WrestleMania, but it ended up arguably working better than it could have, right? It worked out perfect. It was a great WrestleMania. So give it to us now. WrestleMania 41. Build up this whole year to let's get to the point where for the Bloodline, for the Tribal Chief, main Tribal Chief, Rock versus Roman. I'd prefer that over Cody versus Rock.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to see The Rock versus Cody. I'd prefer to see it at another PLE. Whether it's Survivor Series, whether it's SummerSlam, whatever. I don't want to see it at WrestleMania. I want to see The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania.
What if? Let's go speculation. Let's have fun with this one. What if? Let's say we do get Rock versus Let's go back to our plan. Let's say we get Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam. This will never happen. But Cody loses.
Oh, and then
Rock gets that belt because I told you, bro. Ooh, Rock looked clean with that damn WWE belt.
He would.
And then we get Rock versus Roman, and Roman gets that belt back at Mania. Wouldn't that be insane?
That would be, yeah. I'd be cool with that. But I just want to see The Rock versus Roman at Mania.
Yeah.
I don't want to see The Rock versus Cody at Mania.
No, I know. I'm just saying, what if we got that?
That would be insane.
And that's how we get for the championship, bro.
That'd be insane. I mean, personally, I don't think Cody would drop the title to the Rock.
Not with what, only 6 months of holding, or a couple months of holding it. But
my ideal WrestleMania 41 would be, and we've laid this plan out so many times now, would be Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
Cody still has the belt. Give us Cody and Randy at WrestleMania 41. I'd rather see that, dude. I don't want to see The Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania just because I get it. The Rock has been he's targeted Cody now. He's fully focused on Cody. So let's get it at SummerSlam. But maybe The Rock can't make SummerSlam. SummerSlam is coming up. I mean, it's August, right?
Yeah.
And he's filming a movie right now. Maybe he can't make it.
What if they do the Survivor Series?
I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with Survivor Series.
Okay, let's run it with that one. So, I think you mentioned it the last time, instead of The Rock being a part of the War Games, I think we said, like, would Rock even be in War Games? He'll just be the puppet master for War Games, let the Bloodline do their dirty work in there, and he goes, I'll take care of Cody and get that title and bring it back.
That. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Then we fucking have to go to SummerSlam or a Survivor Series.
I'd be okay with that. I just want to see Cody versus Rock at another PLE that's not WrestleMania.
But at the same time, I just think, God, bro, we know how The Rock is. He just thinks, for him, he's Mania.
I fully think now, based off this WrestleMania that we just had, I think The Rock fully thinks that that's the plan. Like, I think he thinks WWE wants to see him versus Cody at SummerSlam. And I think that's why we got that long-ass awkward promo, the Raw after WrestleMania, where The Rock came out and was talking to Cody, and it was just that awkward-ass. It was like a 30-minute long promo, it felt. I don't want to see. I want to see Roman. I want to see Roman come back and take this bloodline, and it'll all finish at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because do you think we could go to 42 for Rock and Roman? Like, there's no way.
The only way I'd be okay with that if they come back to Arlington and we can go.
At 42?
Yeah.
I just don't see this lasting another 2 years, dude.
No, yeah. At that point. Because, like, you're right. Everything you said is 100% accurate. We thought we were going to get Rock showing up at our Mania 38. Come to find out, it was supposed to happen at 39. Stuff and Rock's schedule just ended up messing up, and they said, okay, we'll do it at 40. Us Cody Crab babies, bro.
Yeah.
We got fucked that one up. But
it ended up working out.
But it ended up working out because guess what? We had the best persona of The Rock we've ever had in our, at least for our WWE careers. And bro, we got that endgame level main event. Everyone's showing up. Fantastic. Yep. I still get reaction videos to this day popping up on my feeds. So we said it. Bro, them at Vegas,
it makes
huge.
Sense.
It makes so much sense. But I'm not going to lie. As soon as you sent me that thing saying that the plan is going to be for 41 Rock versus Cody, I thought it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen.
I believe it too. I think WWE looks at that and thinks, what a better way to put over our biggest face in WWE than have him go against this version of The Rock, this vicious, like, heel version of The Rock that we've gotten. I think they think that's the best way to put Cody over. But then it's like, what do you do with Roman first off? And so then we're supposed to wait till another WrestleMania, or are we just never gonna get Rock versus Roman? Like, I just don't know if we can go till 42, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, it'd be insane. And then, like how we said before, The Rock is just getting older. Not like this man isn't like going to be physically amazing, but yes, at the end of the day,
you just never know what could happen. Like, you need to capitalize while it's hot. And I think this Bloodline story has reinvented itself to the point where if you do it right by WrestleMania time, bro, it'll be the biggest thing it'll be the only and everything that WWE's talking about, WWE fans are talking about. And then I think Randy Orton is the perfect type of heel too. We've seen Randy give us legendary heel runs. It's the perfect person to give Cody at WrestleMania, and they have history there, and Randy could be that big heel that Cody needs to take down at WrestleMania, and I think that's the perfect main event for night one. Night two, give us Rock and Roman. Like, that's what I prefer to see. But I think you're right. I think WWE. When I saw that report, I thought, I believe it. I think WWE and The Rock. I think they think that's the best move.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, like, that's incredible too.
Yeah.
Like, it
would
really
sell. It is box office.
It's box office, and that'll get us hyped too. But it's not what we want.
What's a bigger match? What does more box office for WWE? Rock versus Roman, or Rock versus Cody?
Rock versus Roman, because Roman
what I think.
Roman was the face for 3 years. Technically he's been supposed to be the face for almost a decade now. Now it finally caught on when he became the tribal chief and, wreck everything and leave. That first t-shirt came out and everything. I was like, yes, now we are fully invested. Yes, we are now on board. Yes, we think there's a possibility of one day we can get Rock and Roman. And then you had that little teaser on, Young Rock, that episode, that type of match is only meant for a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Bro, bring it.
Yeah.
Like, we've been waiting, but it's going to be Rock versus Cody, bro.
I don't know. Maybe we could do another Roman crybaby campaign, and maybe we could campaign for Roman. I just personally, dude, this Bloodline story is there, and it's stayed relevant for, like you said, it's stayed relevant since 2020, 2021.
COVID.
So, like, I think the ultimate ending of it all has to be Roman versus Rock. Rock has always been that shadow for Roman, as far as, like, okay, you call yourself the Tribal Chief, but there's always that one. Everybody always knows there's the Rock. Like, we still haven't seen the Rock. What the Rock has to say about that? It's always just been there, and like I would prefer to see the Rock versus Roman, but yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, dude. We'll have to see how it goes.
Triple threat.
I'm honestly, I don't want to see Cody involved in the Bloodline at all. Yeah. Like,
he's been there, done that. He took that title. Now go away.
Even though he's going to be, he'll be involved in the Bloodline. We'll see that moment where the Rock where Roman and Cody come face to face, and they have to team up to fight this new Bloodline.
God.
But I was hoping ultimately it would end with Roman and Rock, not Cody versus Rock. But yeah, we'll see, dude. But anything else?
No, that's it. Now I'm just bummed.
Well, so next week we'll come back with episode 30, and we'll be able to rank the Apes movies and give a full review on it. And then obviously we'll talk about whatever WWE. King and Queen is coming up.
Yeah,
right.
Tell me why I was just about to say.
Next
are we
week
gonna be
is
talking
the
about
contract signing. Next SmackDown is a contract signing between Logan and Cody. So it's not next weekend, but I think it's the weekend after.
All right, so episode 31 we'll be able to talk about.
Maybe I'd have to look up a full date, but I think it's coming up. Like it's this month for sure, and today's the 11th. We're already pretty much mid through May, so
yeah,
it's crazy. So next week we'll talk about Apes for sure, and then we'll talk about whatever WWE related.
All right,
but all right, catch you guys next week.
Later.